Sweet potato slips! Pals and gals, it is day 44 of our potato project, which means it's just over the 6-week mark. Some of these potatoes are doing good, some of them are doing not so good. But it's time to pull some slips, and I'm gonna show you how to do that today. We're gonna start with the biggest one, the one that has progressed the most. And he's a girthy boy, let me tell you. He is girthy. Look at this. He's happy. Look at all these slips. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a few more. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some of this tape and write what type of potato it is. So this one, the one that we're gonna do right now, is a Jersey sweet potato. Jersey. That way I know moving forward what potato is what. Jersey. So I'm just gonna label about 3 or 4 of these. All right, now that I've got 4 of these labeled, I'm going to fill them up with water. This one was actually just like dangling off. I think he's probably been bumped a few too many times. So I'm just going to take the bottom few leaves off. And then I'm just going, since he's a little bit taller, I'm gonna stick him in this taller one, just like that. And we continue. And obviously you can put more than one in each thing, and that is what I'm going to do. Let's get you a close-up here. All right, you see this? You're just gonna take this and you're just going to twist it off, just like that. Got 2 out of him. And you're gonna stick them in. You guys, this is gonna get you so many sweet potatoes. It's crazy how many sweet potatoes you can get from one sweet potato. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until I've got all my slips off of this guy, and then we'll move on to the next one. Just a note, I pulled these leaves off of one of the slips, and this is not what you want to put in the water. What you want is like a root, kind of like that came off. If you can tell, this is the slip that grows the leaves. This is just a leaf. I'm gonna show you a few more here because I think this is pertinent. There's actually 2 slips here. There's one here and one here. So just twist in the water. Twist and put it in the water. We're making progress. Okie dokie, I've got this Jersey sweet potato done. There is still a slip growing, so I'm just gonna let him continue to keep growing that slip. But he's not like big enough to remove and place in water. But let's see, we have 1, this is actually 2, but 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 in this little guy, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this guy. So as these guys start growing roots, I will probably loosen them up in their water pots a little bit, but for now, this is just fine. So, got 2. Now we're gonna move on to this Japanese sweet potato. No, we're not. This is a purple sweet potato. Yeah, this is a purple one. And look at this. He has so many slips, like an insane amount of slips. It's gonna take a little bit of delicate care. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. But again, I labeled my jar, and we're just gonna start. His roots and his slips are like really entangled, so trying to make sure that I actually get some slips is going to be important. And some of them like aren't mature enough yet. Like this one right here, it's probably only about 2 or 3 inches tall. I'm not gonna pull him yet. But this guy right here, you want him like 4 inches or bigger. I'm gonna pull him off, but I wanna make sure I get him at the root. So, he's way down here. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, come on, little bugger. Here he is. And now I'm just gonna twist him off. He's a little difficult. Got it. All right, clean these roots off of him. And there he is, right in the water. Now I'm not gonna keep showing you this because this is gonna take a little bit more TLC than the other ones so that I don't sever any of them, but I think you get the picture. Like this one I can remove, this one I can remove, this one I can remove, but these ones I'm probably gonna leave so that they can grow a little bit bigger. I was able to get 5 slips from my purple sweet potato. It's pretty good. And then I just went ahead and left the ones on him that weren't quite big enough to pull. Now I'm gonna show you where the rest of my potatoes stand. Those are the only 2 that I needed to pull slips off, which is unfortunate, but I have high hopes for the rest of them. So send me some good vibes. These are my 2 purple sweet potato plants. These are the ones that I just pulled off of. And this one, I mean, he's growing some slips, but just, you know, slowly. You're doing good, buddy. This is my only garnet sweet potato or yam, and it is growing some slips, just very slowly, but he's gonna do it. These 3 are my Japanese sweet potatoes, and we've got a lot of roots, but no slips. A few roots, but no slips. And a few roots and no slips. So I'm pretty bummed about that, but I have hopes. These are my second favorite kind of sweet potato, so I'm really hoping that they pull through and do incredible things for me because I would really, really, really like to grow some. They didn't work for me last year either, but I only did 1 last year, which is why I did 3 this year. And lastly, these are my Jersey sweet potatoes. You just saw me pull some slips off of them, off of this one. And like I said, this one's doing amazing, and I'm just gonna continue to let him keep growing some slips. This one is growing slips. He has some root system, but he is getting like a softer bottom. I mean, it's not soft, but if he doesn't produce some slips soon, I'm probably gonna have to throw him away because he's gonna mold. Come on, buddy. And then this guy, like 1 little root. See it? So just waiting, waiting, waiting. But that's where my sweet potatoes are so far. I hope this tutorial helped you. Thanks for tuning in.